Today is Wednesday, November 15th, 2023. We are parked at Appalachia. It's 8:30 in the morning and there are 3 cars, including us. And today we're heading up just to Madison. Let's see what's in the lost and found. Sunglasses, a pair of gloves, and a charger. I have sunglasses that look very similar to those, but that's not them. Okay, so we're gonna go up to Madison. We orphaned Madison in November we were gonna do a Jefferson, Adams, Madison. I think it was last year, the year before, 2 years ago maybe, and we ran out of time, daylight. So we didn't get to do Madison. So today we're gonna go up, we're gonna start at Appalachia, but instead of taking Valley Way or Airline, which is our kind of standard route, we're gonna try a bunch of smaller paths, and like Inlook and Brookside and what else? I think Lower Bruin is gonna be in there, part of Kelton, a bunch of stuff. And we're gonna take Watson Path up Madison, which we've done one other time in the winter. And it's been a while since we did that. That was one of our first trips up Madison. It was in January of 2021. Crazy snow and ice on that trip. So I think we'll be better this time. So we're off. We're gonna head up and go to the left almost immediately. I have to look at my map because all these little trails down here, I'm not sure which one it is exactly. So our first little trail was like 2/10 of a mile and it was called Maple Walk. And then we connected to Sylvan Way just for this little crossover. We're crossing Snyder Brook right here. It should be pretty easily crossed. And then we're gonna go up Brookside, which goes right along the side of the brook. And there should be a couple other waterfalls, I think, that are named on this portion. Okay, I misspoke before. We're on Brookbank, not Brookside. We'll be on Brookside further up. So this is Lower Sal Rock Fall, and then the upper one, I can see it right around the corner. We've got a little bit of mud here and ice. Okay. So there's a nice open slab, a little pool. There's also a trail that runs right along the other side. We're gonna take that back on our way back. Let's see, and the upper fall, it's right up here. Where you can get a good view of it. I'm gonna be a little bit above it right here. There it is. So this is Tama Falls, or Fall. And if you come down the other side, you can get down into this area and get an awesome unobstructed view up to it. It's really worth it. Over here, we're walking along the edge here. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get as good of a view, but that one is a nice, really beautiful waterfall. Yeah, we're not gonna get anything. I think we're gonna pop out at the top of it. Oh well, that's okay. We're gonna go back the other side, so depending on what time it is. We've been there before several times, but oh yeah, look at that sign.
Well, here we are.
Let's see how it is. There it is. Pretty good. I think the view is better on the other side from the bottom. because you get this drop and the other drop, but it's still pretty. I like that ice. Okay, we took Valleyway after Tama Falls up until Brookside. Took that for a brief section, and we crossed this right here. There's trails that intersect all over the place here. So I think technically we're on Randolph Path right now, but we want Inlook Trail to Dome Rock and Kelton. And then this is Brookside, comes down here. We're gonna take that back. So we're gonna do that water crossing again. That was an easy, dry, grippy water crossing, so that's good. And I don't know if we have more water crossings. I think we might.
I don't think so.
Not have to. There's one at Watson Path there, but I think we're coming in on the left side of it. I don't know. Okay. So here we are, Inlook Trail, another new trail for us. We're 1.25 miles in on the Inlook Trail. And there's going to be a series of these little looks in and up. So this is Valleyway would go, we're like, there's Snyder Brook down here. Brookside Trail is going to be on the same side that we're on, and then the other side is going to have Valleyway. That is Mount Madison right there. And we just had a rather steep climb, and then it kind of leveled off. Now I think we're just going to be climbing moderately. You can see there's still some clouds around, but Madison's in the clear. So we're going to keep moving. It's quite warm. I don't know, 35. I don't know, I'm sweating. Whew. No gloves, no hat. Yeah, no layers, just my base layer. No long underwear today. Although I do have on fleece-lined pants, which I'm a little bit regretting, but we'll see. The forecasts were all over the place, so Mount Washington Observatory said today would be a super low wind, clear day with some undercast in the morning. But then the NOAA forecast said the winds were going to be high today and there would be like no wind tomorrow. And Moab said very high wind tomorrow. So who knows? Both days are supposed to be clear. I figured we'll go with Mount Washington Observatory, and so far I don't hear any wind up there. I'm not feeling anything down here, so I sure hope they were right. And we're not wearing spikes yet. There's still a bit of exposed rock, but we're getting more into the snow, so we'll see how long we can go without spikes. Oh yeah, maybe up here. This is kind of cool. It's hard because my winter boots don't have the greatest traction. Okay, there's a better look of up to Madison. So I think further up we're gonna get a view over to Quincy Adams, and maybe Adams. That's gotta be one of the Adamses, right? Coming up airline? Maybe not yet. Okay, and this bump, I don't know, I think the Valleyway tent site might be over there. Maybe not. I guess it's further up. Cool. We are up at Dome Rock now, which has really nice views. Over here, Wambeck is over in this area in the Weeks. Mount Crescent, Black Crescent, and then Pine Mountain kind of in the foreground. And over here is Old Speck and Goose Eye and all that stuff over in the Evans Notch area. Right behind here is Shelburne Mariah. Sun is out, got nice shadows. And there's a little bit of undercast over on Wambeck. I don't know if we'll have anything left. Maybe there's something in Great Gulf when we get up there, but nice.
You mean in terms of views?
In terms of undercast. Yes. All right, we're gonna keep moving. We should be junctioning now with Kelton Trail
Yeah, it's
very,
coming
very
up.
soon. Yeah, and I think there's 2 more views
Where does the trail go?
very close. The trail goes that way. Yeah, we came up right here.
Yep.
Still don't have spikes on. There's really been very little snow and very little ice, thankfully, because there's quite a bit of open slab. But yeah, this is really nice. I recommend this trail. 100% be taking this instead of Valley Way if I need to come up in good weather. Yeah, I like it. Shortly after Dome Rock, there's a spot where you have to climb over a rock. There's a lookout right here. We had to climb over that rock, which doesn't look tricky, but it's covered with snow. Not great. And we get to a junction here, so Kelton comes in here, and then Inlook, which is what we've been on. Upper Inlook, I guess, is just a sign for the viewpoint, which is right there. And then over here is Kelton Trail to Salmassus. I don't know how to pronounce it. Salmassus Falls and the Brookside. So that's what we're taking now. And it looks like we're gonna go down. What? Look at that sun though. Yes. We're on that upper section of Kelton Trail and it is so beautiful. We've got views out kind of obstructed through the trees. We've got this fresh growth of spruce and so many animal prints, all different kinds. A little bit of crusty snow and the sun is shining. There's one set of footprints that is from yesterday, I presume. But all these little animal prints, love it. Been nice walking too.
They're following the trail too.
Yeah, they are. Well, that's because it's the easy way. If I were an animal, maybe I'd be out here too.
If you're a big cat, would you just wait? You'd be like, something eventually will come to you.
Okay, we just junctioned with the Brookside. Kelton came down. We did a water crossing right down here. It was fine. Easily rock hopped. We're gonna walk up here a little bit and then there is Salmassus Fall, which I think is really close to here. But I won't just keep this running because I have no idea where it is. Okay, still wearing no spikes, but I think it's at that point where we could put them on if we wanted to. We are at the junction now of Watson Path, and right where John is where we just came from, Brookside. There's a sign right there. And this is the first ice that we've had. I'm not putting on spikes yet. We'll see. What was neat, after Salmassus Fall, there was an area with like huge rocks and caves, and yeah, it was kind of neat. It was a little tricky to climb over with the snow, but that was kind of cool. So we've been on Watson Path before. You come up here, you go down. The water is right next to us down in there. And we will be doing a water crossing there. Last time we did it, it was fully bridged because it was in January. So I don't know how that water crossing is going to be. Hopefully it will be a piece of cake. If for some reason it's not really doable, then we will come back here and go back out that way on Watson Path. It will junction with Valley Way very soon, and we'll go up Valley Way, but I don't think we'll have a problem. We haven't had a problem yet. It's not like the water is particularly high. So let's go see how it goes. And I think there's like a pretty nice little waterfall down there. Okay, so we are probably like 100 yards from where I just was shooting before, and we're at the intersection with Lower Bruin, which my plan was to come back and take Lower Bruin back to this spot and then continue on Brookside. but we'll see if we decide to do that. We just stopped and put on our spikes. We got straight up ice right here. My spikes are new, so hopefully they're grippy enough for that. And this is that water crossing with the waterfall. Let's see. There it is. The sun is not very good, and I don't want to fall here. Let's see. There we go. There it is. Trail continues across right here, and then up there where that says path on the tree. Okay, so now we're on Watson's Path for real. We're going to do a little bit of climbing, side hilling here, and then it's going to climb quite steeply. We just popped out of tree line. This is looking over at Brookbank and Weeks and the rest of Kilkenny Range. Here is, this is the side of Airline, and then that is John Quincy Adams, and then Valley Way would come up in the near ridge there. All right, we added our wind layer. It is windy. It's not crazy windy, at least not right here, but we still are wearing spikes, although I was very tempted to remove them. So now the tricky part on Watson Path is trail finding. There are little cairns, but oh, I think I see one up there. Okay, you gotta just be looking. It's a lot, it's just like a lot of rock hopping once you're up here. Oh, that is the summit right there. It is 700 more feet climbing. And we just came through a little section that was actually in a tunnel of trees where I had to go through. So when we came up here in January that year, there was a significant amount of snow down low. And when we got above tree line, obviously we got way off track. Must have, because I don't remember any trees at all. I'm sure that we came straight up. There was a spot where we were in the open and we had to come over, and then we got up into the trees. So I think we just went straight up. We eventually found some cairns. It was so hard to tell where any cairns were, though. Everything looked like a cairn. So that last time we were just out in the open, totally exposed the whole time. It was quite windy. This time we've been in and out of trees a few times. It's windy, but it's also relatively warm, so that's good. Right. And of course we haven't seen anybody yet. I mean, there were only 2 other cars there. We came up the way we came, so here. No. Alright, I'm gonna go to 2 hands now. We're almost there. Okay, we are at the intersection of Pine Link and Watson Path. So it's 3/10 of a mile to the summit. Right there. So close. Right. I'd say the sustained winds are around 20. Yeah. Alright. Looks like we're gonna get into some crumbles over here. Might be a little bit of a wind break. Maybe not. They're super short. Okay. Woo. Breezy. Right. We made it to the summit. Nobody else is here, big surprise. And they still have not fixed this trail sign up here. So that's not great. It's a bit windy. Got the Carter Mariah Range. Osgood Trail descends right over here. at the intersection for Lower Bruin, which is very short. And it's going to connect us up to the Brookside and I think Watson Path. Or maybe, yes, I believe that was the three-way split. So we're going to take this, which doesn't even look like a path hardly. I don't think it's very often used. Although I do see a set of footprints that came up it. That might be the guy we were following. I think, yes, I think it is, because they didn't continue on Watson Path when we did. All right, so whew, we saw 2 hikers coming up Madison and 2 hikers going down Valley Way who had done just Adams today. And I think there's 2 other hikers that were ahead of them based on the footprints. So very, very quiet day. And it was pretty windy up top. I'm still on the trail here, yeah? Yeah. Wow. I love it when you get off like a well-used trail. There's just a million footprints everywhere. Not just red squirrels, which is what that was, but all kinds of things. I didn't see any bear today. We're on Lower Bruin though, so who knows?
That's where they hang out.
That's right. We did see a little mole running around up at Madison Hut, and I just saw some prints from a mole or a mouse. Okay. Whew. I can hear them getting closer to the water. So we're near the lower end of Brookside now, and a bear. We've got bear tracks going up the trail, but it just came out of the, well, not just, but it came out of the woods right up here. Got on the trail right there. And I would say today, because there was fresh snow last night, so right there, we'll see where he's going. Now, on the other end of Brookside, where we had already done this morning, a bear has gone out and crossed the trail since we were on it. So there's bears up here. I guess they like maybe the water. I don't know.
Probably watching us right now.
I know. Who knows where they are? I lost him right there. He must have gone off. He must have gone off right up there. He didn't follow the trail very long. The other one that we saw the tracks for just crossed the trail, but it was since we've been out. So it's a little bit alarming to think how many things are out here and you don't ever see them. You know, you rarely see them. Okay, we are coming off of Valley Way now onto Fallsway, and it's basically the opposite side of Brookbank, which we took this morning. So right up here we're going to get to Tama Fall right away, and we have been down this far like just to see Tama Fall before, but we never took Fallsway all the way out, and we're not taking it all the way out now either. It goes all the way out to the someplace down on the side of the road, I think, and you can cut over. Look at that nice pool. Ooh. You can cut over on the Presidential Rail Trail. That's pretty. I don't think this is a named fall.
Somebody's shirt over there.
Or I think it's underwear.
Underwear over there.
Great. Someone took a bath. Hanging right on that thing right there. What else? So we're gonna go down until we get to like a 4 or 5 way intersection where we were this morning, I think. And then we're gonna go across, I think it's Randolph Path, back to Valley Way. And we're basically at the car then. So we just saw another hiker who went up to do Inlook, just to go up and enjoy Inlook, because it was a really nice trail. And that made it 5 hikers for the day. Yeah, see Tama Fall, okay. So if you're on the Valley Way side of Tama Fall, woo, look at that. You get closer longer, better views, and you can go down and pop right out at the bottom. On the other side, you couldn't get that close to it. So let me see. We're down into leaves and roots now. Not sure why. All right. There it is. Let's see if I can get up here without slipping. Yes. Look at that. Now that is a beautiful shot of Tama Fall.